Hello?
Hello? I'm feeling frisky today.
You
Are you
are.
feeling that energy?
A little bit. What inspired this?
Nothing in particular. I just feel like this is going to be a blasty blast.
Okay.
So that's how I'm feeling.
Speaking of frisky, did you see that man that got arrested because he claimed that the dolphins kidnapped him and took him down to a part of the ocean and he was somehow able to breathe and told him that he needed to design like a city essentially for them. And this guy was like, he graduated from like MIT, like he is an engineer and can absolutely, so they found him on the beach. He's hovered over these blueprints designing this like city for these dolphins. And they took him to the hospital. There's no trace of alcohol or drugs in his system. They looked at
Bummer.
his lungs and it looked like he had, been, I don't know how they're able to tell that someone was underwater for a length of time, but it kind of tracks.
Kate Winslet is shaking. She holds the all-time record that we know of for holding breath from her Avatar days.
And apparently it's illegal for you to communicate with dolphins?
Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, maybe he's onto something, but maybe this is overexposure to the absolute 90s classic flipper, which we don't talk nearly enough about. Welcome to Disrespectfully
with Katie Maloney
and Dayna Kathan.
Unapologetically,
We're here to do what we want to do.
spilling the tea.
Babe, you're going to see the power of women, like
Disrespectfully. In my head, I was like, this sounds like a dream I would have.
Yeah, I mean, but also, was he arrested or grippy sock vacation? Because can you be arrested for?
Well, he was taken into custody and I think evaluated because, like, who knows? I mean, I think when they found, like, he was sunburned. He had disappeared, he said Friday night, and they found him Sunday morning.
Oh, terrible. Okay, I was going to say terribly sunburned, I would imagine. Needs to put some SPF on.
But also, I saw stuff too. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of mermaid stuff lately.
Like what? We believe in mermaids here.
Yeah, that there's supposedly this really wealthy Mexican actor who has paid to have dolphins captured and brought to his home.
Yeah, see, I don't love that. We don't want that to be happening.
Supposedly, there's a place where people kind of can anonymously submit some secrets and some things that they've done. And these people are saying that they've essentially been paid a lot of money by billionaires to hunt certain things down. And they're usually of the supernatural form. And they talk about it in great detail, especially when it comes to talking about the mermaids and how absolutely terrifying it is.
Well, we are siren stans, not just sleeping with sirens. What's up, Nick Disney? We know you're listening. But I'm more so that they're mean freaky. So I would like to think maybe that's a scary movie plot right there. You know, people go and kidnap what they think is just a mermaid and then she kills everyone, which would be
apparently
hope for that ending.
The lore of the mermaids is that they are really mean.
Evil, mean little witches, which I think good for them.
Yeah, I probably would be too.
Women in male fields.
I like it.
Here's the thing. Are you talking about like the secrets on the street or whatever? Or like people just go write stuff down and then someone reads them?
Not necessarily. I don't know where they're pulling this information from. But
people are real fast and loose with the things that they share. I personally love it.
I love when the former CIA people share stuff. I'm like, how are you able to do this and not die?
Hey, if we have any former CIA agents that listen to this, or you know someone who's former CIA,
if you're Bob Lazar,
yeah,
do you want to come on our podcast?
You're more than welcome to come on, but you have to be able to talk about it, and you'd have to be able to show your face, or you can wear a mask.
They do though. That's why it's so impressive. Like, I don't listen to this man's podcast, but I do like Bob Lazar, so I only listen to Bob Lazar.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say the name, but it's an easy Google search. It is so fascinating. And the stuff that he shared, I was like, damn.
How, I mean, is it just because over time it becomes declassified? How are you, because when the government...
No, I think Area 51 is very much still classified.
Okay. So,
very much so.
So how are we chit-chatting about it? I'd be a terrible CIA agent.
I think people become, when they're no longer working for these agencies and they've maybe experienced things that they don't agree with, there's a little bit of a dog whistle happening. A little bit. You know, I think they want to expose things. They think people should know these things. And I don't disagree with that. I think we should know everything.
Well, there's a TikTok sound that's like, every time you think the government wouldn't, yes, they would. Some derivative of that. So more people need to be on board with that.
Yeah, I've just been going down one conspiracy rabbit hole after the next. And we're also kind of living in one right now. And I don't know, people might have a problem with what I'm about to say, but California,
Iran.
I really do not think, first of all, I don't think they have drone capability that could reach all the way from Iran to California. What are they going to do, fly over the U.S.? They've made it very specifically clear that the American citizens are not their target. They've been specific about what their target is, and it's not us. So I think, I don't know, there's these false flags of like trying to get people just warmed up to the idea that there's going to be attacks. So when there is, no one's questioning the origin. That's what I'll say.
Well, I don't even think is it that far-fetched? I need some more people to pull up a map of the world. Take into consideration, the reason that Pearl Harbor and 9/11 stand out so much in U.S. history is it was unprecedented. We have the largest military force we look at the budget that our military has. You think that other countries can just, there'd be no interference if someone did throw a drone? Not to mention, Iran doesn't have, in terms of the Middle East, doesn't have the most, we know who does have the biggest military force and has the biggest budget.
We do.
Well, and the other one is what I'm referring to. We have,
that one too.
There's a war right now happening that we had no business getting involved in. The lack of coverage, again, in terms of, I don't even think it's a conspiracy theory. As I have been scrolling TikTok, everything is from February. So in terms of the acquisition that happened with TikTok and that we knew things would be getting scrubbed, I don't think we're seeing we wouldn't shut the fuck up about it if we were making headway. But, oh, look at this, another war in the Middle East we didn't belong in, looking for oil. I think that they're setting up, if something does happen here, to blame it on the Middle East.
Also,
and I just don't think it's a thing.
This administration hates California. You think they're going to give us a heads up? No. They would want us to be caught off guard if they truly did. But like, again, none of these reports can be corroborated coming from they're just like, yeah, supposedly, and they're reporting the news. And then it's like sending like alarms off all over the country. Like my mom is like, do you need to come to Vegas? Stock up on water. I'm like, we good over here. Like, I did not see one person that actually physically lives in California having any kind of panic over it.
I know. Courtney, bless your soul, she only listens when she can catch up with all her children, but she sent it to me and was like, I'm worried about you. And I was like, well, number one, perhaps something's going to happen, but I can't live in that. There's already too much happening right now. So if we do go kapooey, that is what it is. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the people that are like then going like, this is how you survive a nuclear blast. No, thank you. I'm not trying to survive anything like that. I'm watching Paradise right now. No thanks.
You guys, if there is a nuclear blast, I hope it is
on top of
dropped completely on starting my home.
Yeah, squish me like a bug.
I don't even want to know what happened. I don't want to see the plume. I don't want to run. I don't want to shout. I just want to.
Bright light. That's it.
Bright light, date city. I saw something last night that was kind of creepy, but kind of cool. How does this make you feel about death? A gal was saying that babies being born, to them, it feels like death, right? Because you're in this warm, cushy thing. It's where existence happens. All of a sudden, there's a bright light. There's a stressful situation, but then you come out into what I imagine she meant is this loving, nurturing environment I would describe as a hellscape. But I thought that was a cool way to think about it.
I think that is interesting. And I don't disagree with that. That's why babies are crying.
Right.
And then they touch their mom.
Yeah. And then they feel better. But I did think there was something poetic. But yeah, if you are going to drop a nuke, make sure it's right on top of my skull.
Exact. Squish me like a bug. If aliens want to come down, land your ship on top of me. I'll drop you a pin. I'll share my location with you. Go ahead.
I don't know. Space is scary. I don't want to go with you, but I also don't want to deal with your invasion. I've seen Signs. It's a great film. I just think that in general, I used to say I would be good in a zombie environment in terms of The Walking Dead because of what I'm capable of. And that still may be true. What I'm not capable of is going without 3 squares a day, plus snacks in between and plumbing. So could I shank one in the skull? Sure. Could I live without my sleep machine? No.
As to quote Parker Posey, I'm not meant to live an uncomfortable life at this stage.
At my age, I don't think I was meant to live an uncomfortable life.
No, there's no AMC. I'm a Stubbs member. I got to go to the movie theater. I got to go to Casa Vega. Where am I going to get Mart? If I can't have it, like, what kind of life is that? You're on fucking edge the whole time. You got to have your head on a swivel. You have to use a gun. I don't ever want to have to use a gun.
My nervous system already feels like I'm being chased by a bear when I get a call from an unknown number. You think I'm going to do well? You think I'm going to sleep in that environment?
Every time I open up my email, I'm like my whole body is clenched.
You are a Stubs member, and now you can get up to 4 movies a week as an A-lister. You think I'm going without that privilege?
No.
In the recliners, I won't even see a movie at AMC if it's in their normal chairs. We exclusively see movies in the theaters that have the recliners.
I'll find another theater.
I'll find another theater.
I'll inconvenience myself just to find because I want to be laid out watching it.
We aren't even built to watch movies in theaters without our feet up. You think that I am running from a gaggle of the undead? No.
Ew, and eating what? Roadkill?
Oh my God. Imagine me without my medication. Also, I'm like, no, I'm not, absolutely not sustainable.
Yeah. I'm upset and deeply uncomfortable when I have to spend a night in a hotel bed. That's not my own bed.
Let's talk about all the things that make us uncomfortable, because I think you and I have a real affinity for that. Of just noticing, is it wrong that am I wrong?
No.
That I want to be comfortable?
Because I've created my life with certain luxuries to make it more comfortable, to make it feel that way, that when I have to go without, it is very upsetting. When the bed is not to my liking, it is upsetting to me.
I've slept on floors at parties that are sticky with like gum, and as a teenager with no pillow or blanket, drunk as shit, no water next to me. The only water bowl next to me was a crinkly Kirkland cig that had warm vodka in it. You think that was a choice? Like it's
the faucet. It's just somebody's like faucet that has like calcium buildup all over it.
And guess what? It tastes like Tuck Everlasting. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous
it
spring
like pennies.
4 in the morning. So yeah, I'm not doing that, and that's fine.
If
and
there's no parking, I'm not going. Like I'm just like I just want to sit at home.
I feel like I am being chased by a wild animal if I can't look up on Google the parking situation and know it. And I have to always, in a really coy way, I've talked about this before, ask someone if we're meeting somewhere. I'm like, hey, have you ever parked there? Like, what's going on? I need an hour.
Anytime I'm like, what's the parking situation?
And sometimes I get there and the parking situation's bad. I just keep on driving. I just go home.
How many times have we gone somewhere together? Like, remember when we were going to the Korn concert at that fuck ass stadium, the BMO stadium, and we drove around forever, and we were both just ready to peace out.
We almost I'm glad we stayed for that.
Of course, but I was like, I'm not. This is not okay for me. One time when my bag was just a centimeter too big at the Forum, I went home. I spent an hour in traffic getting there, and I said, absolutely not. I'm not checking my bag, and I went home.
Sometimes I accidentally drop my keys when I'm trying to enter my home at the end of a long day, and I start weeping. I'm done with it. So, and also it's just like, where am I going to do in everything shower in the bush? I can't.
Oh my God.
I need my products. I need my things. And maybe this sounds, makes me sound uppity. I don't think I'm uppity per se, but I'm just not built the way I was in my teens to early 20s. So back then, yeah, maybe I'd be more of a fighter. But when people like preppers, I think it's cool to have a hobby. I don't think it's cool to eat canned peaches from the 70s.
Absolutely not. But my mom, again, in addition to what she texted yesterday, she goes, remember, your body can survive without food, not without water. I was like, okay, prepper. I was like, well, she's not wrong. Should probably, all I have in my fridge is like some Pacificos, some LaCroix, Celsius, a few weed drinks. I decided
Mine's filled with senoritas right now.
I will decide what I'm going to stock up on as a prepper, just because you need to be able to barter. You have to have either it's artillery or like batteries or something like that, because I'm watching Paradise, so I know what they're looking after, or drugs. So I'm gonna
fun kind, or the kind that make me stable,
like weed.
I'd say the fun kind.
Yeah, like weed. I think like that would become such a luxury. Like the way like even on Paradise, like coffee is a luxury. So like think about if I have a ton of like mushroom gummies and like weed and stuff like that, I'm gonna be rich.
Well, also, my game plan would be to do all my drugs and then fucking just let nature take its course. Do you think there's Celsius on the other side of this after the plume? There's no Celsius after the plume.
What am I going to do when I get up in the morning?
I mean, that would take me out, as I just wouldn't sleep for 6 straight days, and then that would be that on that. But let's circle back to Terry. Love you, lady. You know that I do. But there's a difference between technicalities. Technically, you can live without food or drink. Terry, have you ever been with me when it's an hour past when I need to eat?
Yeah, my mom literally She likes to tell everyone that around me, Katie gets angry. I'm not lasting. Like we were just saying, like if we had to go on Survivor, the minute I got a little tummy grumble, I would be like, tap me out.
Yeah. We were saying maybe we do a beach lay. Depends on the UV rays at that time.
I'd have a sick tan.
Have a little, and also I don't even think they give you sunscreen for that shit. So I'd be mad. I'd be under a palm tree.
You'd have to be one of those people, like some kind of botanist that knows what type of like tree sap protects you from the sun.
Yeah, I'm like, I must have missed that week of college. I would go immediately like Hunger Games and eat the bad berries.
Have you seen Send Help?
I haven't yet.
So she was like, it's like Rachel McAdams' character is like obsessed with survival and stuff. And she watches that show Survivor. So like in the beginning of the movie, it's a lot of foreshadowing. She has like books on survival and this and that and whatever. So when their plane crashes in the middle of the ocean, she's able to do all of that. Knows how to build shelter, knows how to start fires, like all of that. I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, what am I surviving for? What's on the other side of this? Other doomsday people? I've seen those people. I don't think we would get along. I just don't feel like we have things in common.
That's what it comes down to is compatibility in those scenarios, you know? Because you and I would be so grumpy. And then also, I don't even know you.
I'm just not built for the post-apocalyptic world in any sense. Physically, mentally, emotionally, it's just not for me.
I'm already hanging on by a thread with all of these luxuries I have day to day that I'm grateful for, that I understand. Have you ever seen Castaway? That's the last time I felt something. It's such a fucking bummer. And it's just like, I don't want to grow a beard and spear a fish.
No.
What are my other options? No, not that.
Probably eat my own hand before I did that.
Uh-huh. What are we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about the end of the world because it feels appropriate.
It's the end of the world as we know it. That guy's a liar. I feel fine. I don't. These days, I'm all about quality over quantity, especially in my closet. If it's not made well and versatile, it's just not worth it to me. That's honestly why I love Quince. The fabrics feel elevated, the cuts are thoughtful, and the pricing actually makes sense.
Quince makes high-quality wardrobe staples using performance fabrics like 100% European linen, 100% silk, and organic cotton poplin. Lightweight cotton cashmere sweaters, perfect for the changing seasons, and can't miss seasonal colors and prints for spring. Versatile, well-made pieces that make getting dressed simple.
Their Italian wool coats are real standouts. They're beautifully tailored, soft to the touch, and built to carry you through years of wear, not just one season. The quality shows in every detail. The stitching, the fit, the fabrics, every piece is thoughtfully designed to be your new wardrobe essential.
Quince works directly with safe, ethical factories and cuts out the middleman. You're not paying for brand markup or fancy retail stores, just quality clothing. Quince uses 100% European linen. Their cotton poplin is crisp and holds its shape. The gauze is soft without being flimsy. Everything Quince makes is built to hold up season after season. The stitching, the fit, the fabrics, these are pieces you'll reach for over and over.
Quince clothing is consistently rated 4.5 to 5 stars by thousands of customers. Real people wearing these pieces every day and actually loving them. My most recent Quince purchase, a Mongolian cashmere fisherman crew neck, of course. I got it in, what color do you think? Black. And it's become an immediate wardrobe staple. The quality is amazing, plus you can dress it up, dress it down, but still stay cozy and chic. Can't recommend it enough.
Stop waiting to build the wardrobe you actually want. You don't need a closet full of options. You need pieces that work. Right now, go to quince.com/disrespectfully for free shipping and 365-day return.
It's a full year to wear it and love it. And you will. Now available in Canada too. Don't keep settling for clothes that don't last. Go to quince.com/disrespectfully for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/disrespectfully.
Okay, let's get real. If you care about what goes in your body, read labels, avoid unnecessary chemicals, why is your nicotine still coming from big tobacco slop?
Exactly. Nicotine has this whole comeback moment, but most options are still petroleum gum or plastic pouches loaded with mystery ingredients. Enter Nic Nac.
Nic Nac is a fully dissolvable nicotine lozenge, a lip brick, if you will, made with just 6 premium ingredients clearly listed on the back. You actually know what you're putting in your mouth.
No pH adjusters, no pouch, no waste, no BS. It's made with real essential oils for real flavor, and it comes in 3 and 6 milligram strengths.
It's also manufactured in the USA by a family-owned company with high-quality standards, which matters.
This is nicotine that fits a cleaner, more intentional lifestyle. Small, discreet, dissolves completely. Basically, nicotine perfected.
Go to nicnac.com/disrespectfully and use code disrespectfully for 20% off, or use the store locator to find knickknacks near you.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
91% of dog parents say their pup is an important member of the family, and 40% would even save their dog over a human stranger. Safe to say, people are obsessed, and I am one of them.
Are you one of them? I think you're one of them.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
I get like cute aggression with them often, and I like try to put his head in my mouth.
Why wouldn't you? Those little hams? Walked in the other day and saw them for the first time, and I forgot how much they're like, love me. And I'm like, you're easy to love.
I know they got stinky breath, and I don't even mind it. That's the only,
whiff.
honestly, yeah, if anyone else had bad breath, I would be
Mad.
But with them, I'm just like, ugh, it's cute somehow.
And if anyone gets being dog obsessed, it's Ollie. They're relentless about delivering the best food and experience for you and your dog. And they give you a way to check on their health over and over again. So if you're like me and freaky deaky, you can just check it every day, which is cool.
Ollie is real, fresh food that they'll love and devour, which is the best way to show them love every day. Because if they're going to give you everything, the least you can do is make dinner really good.
Ollie delivers fresh, human-grade meals made with real ingredients and 5 slow-cooked recipes. It actually smells like a warm, comforting meal just for dogs. And I hear that Gordo and Butters are really into it.
That they are. The food is developed with vet nutritionists and culinary experts, and even picky eaters get excited at mealtime, which feels rare. I also love how easy it is. Ollie builds a tailored meal plan for each dog. The portions are perfectly measured, and everything comes in mess-free packaging with a scoop and storage container so your fridge doesn't smell weird.
Plus, the Ollie app gives you access to on-demand health screenings with real experts, which is such a nice peace of mind feature.
Celebrate your number one pup, your greatest love, your dog. Head to ollie.com/disrespectfully. Tell them all about your dog and use code disrespectfully to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today.
Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box, so if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/disrespectfully and enter code disrespectfully to get 60% off your first box.
I brought this up to you the other day, but I forgot to bring it up on the podcast. This is a very sharp left turn, but MGK. You guys, there's video circulating of MGK's show. I think he's in Europe or UK or somewhere, and he invites fans on stage to come, I don't know, bounce around and do weird things. But there's this like gaping a hole in the middle of the stage that one of the girls like just fell into. I mean, I think her face caught her on the corner. Like it looked painful, and they were able to pull her up and just like immediately, like, you can tell he feels awful, but like, what a fucking liability. He's giving her his hat and hugs and everything like that, like doing the whole please don't sue me dance, you know?
Nick Disney gave us some insight on this as a professional musician. He's like, first of all, you have a custom stage with those holes in it. Those people are not used to being that environment. There's lights. Because I was like, how did she not see it? But also I say this as someone that has constantly 8-inch shin bruises. So I understand.
You know the layout of your home, and you're still catching a piece every
yeah, you know,
every day.
Exactly. You're so right. I'm like, where'd this bed come from? It's been here for 5 years. So I understand, I guess, how that she could have been hurt so much worse. But also Nick brought up the point that he doubts that waivers were signed.
Yeah.
So why would you? My thing about it is, where is his team that should be protecting him when he's out there doing his job, making sure all those ducks are in a row, or making sure that we aren't making poor decisions like that?
They're
obviously
standing behind him on their knees, licking his butthole. That's where they are.
They're ass eating. But first and foremost, we don't want anyone to get hurt. But then second to that, you don't. I mean, also, if you were someone who was put in that situation, you love the artist, you fall through a hole. Are you suing?
No. But I'm gonna, you know, you're gonna do like a thinly veiled threat, like, oh, I've been told I should probably speak to like legal or something like that. I don't really want to because I'm such a fan. Like, you know, maybe like I just get like invited to all your shows, and like I can bring a bunch of friends, and like, you know, like, I don't know. I'd probably be like, is that called blackmailing?
Is that
What
coercion?
Coercion.
I don't know. I mean, it could be interpreted. I think it maybe has to be a formal letter, but I wouldn't say that it's necessarily wrong. And that if they, my neck hurts. I don't think that I would necessarily sue, but maybe I would suggest a settlement. You're
Yeah.
very, very wealthy. Let's not drag this out. We don't want to make it a public spectacle. We don't need to make it a huge, bigly number. We can make it something that's reasonable and concert tickets for life.
Period.
And yeah, maybe I want to
And
go to
maybe
some
a
parties.
car.
Maybe a car.
Yeah.
Maybe some photos.
Yeah.
Collab on an Instagram.
Yes.
I don't think you're being unreasonable. I think that it could have, in so many ways, could have ended worse. But I like personally when musicians, because we've seen the other side of this, take that seriously and are paying attention to their audience and are designing their, not just their stage, but the setup of where the crowd is, crowd control, looking out for crowd surges. Because when we're not doing that, obviously we're all going there because we're fans of the music, we're fans of the people. We want to all have a fun, safe time. So when we're not thinking ahead about that, like you're
when we
the
had
professional.
Wes Borland on, he talked about that because he, had an unfortunate experience at a festival where there was a casualty.
Go back and listen to that episode, by
Yeah.
the way. Hi, Wes. It's a great episode, but he's talked to us about that offline too. I mean, that changed him
Yeah.
forever. So I think that it's just a recipe for disaster when you're the professionals. You're the ones that it's your responsibility to be keeping your fans safe. And that just was not happening.
Yeah. And the thing is, you should anticipate the worst. So to say like, oh my God, we didn't think, well, you should have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of set up for a disaster.
And I don't know that he's, has a track record for making the best decisions. Allegedly cheating on Megan Fox. And also, we don't want to make it a thing that's like, she's the hottest woman alive. Don't cheat on her. But I think there's some merit there. But also, aren't you guys soulmates? You guys made a whole fucking spectacle. You involved us. We didn't really want to
ask for that.
We didn't want to know about your blood ceremony and all the surfaces of that one house you rented.
With the thorns underneath it that will literally draw blood if you try to take it off.
It hurts to take it off. Love is pain. It isn't.
Has she taken that off?
Well, it probably hurts. So I don't know. But I mean, I did see her throwing ass in some spread. She looked really good.
She does look good. I
Like,
mean,
damn.
if there's one thing about Megan Fox, she always looks good.
Always going to look good. I am a little mad at her, though.
Why?
Because she was doing some interview a while ago and she did gatekeep a new plastic surgery thing.
That's right.
I understand wanting to gatekeep it, but I'm like,
some people are saying, because this was a while back, but now like upper and lower bluffs have become more mainstream and more people, like it's gotten more attention. So people are like, I think that's just what it was.
okay.
Like they were doing, I don't know. I hate watching those videos of like where maybe surgeons or people are like weighing in on what they think someone I don't know. Unless you're her doctor, like not helpful, but it made sense.
Can I tell you one more thing that I'm afraid of before we jump into some daddy list?
Yeah.
Upper and lower bluffs. So here's the thing. We know that I am a huge fan of plastic surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking that for a while. I used to think it was more an upper that I needed, and now I think it's more of a lower for my lack of sleep. But when I have Botox, I feel okay about it, but it does just I just look so tired because I am. But I've been seeing a lot of either just upper or upper and lower bluffs on people that are completely changing their faces. And especially on men, it's because I think it takes away some of the masculine features. But on some women too, where you look beautiful, but I don't recognize your face as, different actors that have been in the zeitgeist for a couple decades. It's bumming me. It's making me really, I don't know that I want to do it now.
I think you have to be very, very particular about who you go to.
But they have so much money. Why do they look like that?
I don't know. I mean, trust me, look at Mar-a-Lago faces. They're filthy rich and they still manage to come out looking like the Saw.
You go from
thing.
you ask for the Kris Jenner special and you get the Laura Loomer surprise.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just have in the plastic surgery that I've had and that I want eventually. I still want to look like me, just a better version. And I think
I've seen some incredible bluff work. So yeah, I think it just varies. And also like, is it the right procedure for you?
Right.
You need someone to be very honest with you. And the thing is, I think they're not going to tell people no.
Yeah. We've talked to Dr. Dugar when we had him on, but also I've talked to him because I've talked to him about, he is one of the only people I would trust to make recommendations for surgeries that he doesn't do. And I think at the end of the day, maybe it just comes down to making your surgeon pinky promise you that they'll be conservative.
Yeah.
Or
be honest with you, like, is this the correct procedure for me? Am I going to get the kind of results I'm going to be happy with? Is there something else you suggest? I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of like when you go to like a tattoo artist or you go to a hairdresser and you tell them what you want. You're like, but does that work for my hair type? Can you is this achievable? And same with tattoos when they're just like, okay, well, just like minor are things. I'm like, well, you're an artist. I can't even draw circles. So like you kind of tell me what you think is gonna look good. You do this every single day. Help me decide.
Well, and particularly about plastic surgery, when it's a big name, I know that like I said, Dr. Dugar said they want to be attached to that project, but also if it then doesn't look good, why would you want to be attached to that? I don't know. I just think it's silly goose behavior.
Yeah.
Hey, who's on your daddy list?
I got a couple things. They're kind of all very similar. There are types of videos I really like to consume. Soldiers coming home. Ugh.
Sometimes I think that my tear ducts are broken and then I watch one of those.
Yeah. And similarly too, like I saw a video, it was like a whole like compilation again of like kids coming home to surprise their dad from college and like just I didn't really have that. You didn't really have that, you know?
Mm-mm.
And it's just like, wow, that's really nice. And also going back to the soldier thing, have you watched videos of like them when they get tapped out? So like, I'm going to probably do a bad job of explaining this, but when they come home from something, they're like in their stance. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
At attention?
I'm not necessarily at attention, but they're, and they cannot acknowledge you or hug. You have to tap them and then they can, and like, it's just the second they get tapped out, it's just like so emotional. And then there's some people who don't have anyone come greet them and the other people like tap them out. It is like, I have like chill bumps.
I wish I didn't know about that. That's so sad.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just love like videos that are emotional of people seeing their loved ones.
I do too.
Who's on your daddy list?
I have 3 today. 2 are fine. 1 is disgusting. Because we were talking about before we started recording. I am just going to put it out there because we tend to let it all hang out on this show. This is both a project and a snack. So I've been really enjoying it. So in terms of this new way I'm having to eat, one thing you can have, which is so random, is crunchy Cheetos. But you can only have, it's moderation. So you can only have a serving size, which is 21. Small amount. So I saw this on TikTok originally. One of my favorite snacks, thank God I can also still have this, is kosher dill pickles. I really like the Mount Olive brand. It's my favorite juice because I, drink the juice as I go. And I've been hollowing out with a little butter knife the innards of the pickle and I suck it out, which is fun. And then I stuff it with crunchy Cheetos and then I enjoy that.
Wow.
It's really good and it gives you something to do. So
like it.
Incredible stuff. I don't know, because I think this album came out a while ago. There's a song by Addison Rae called Times Like These, and it's all I've listened to for 2 days. It's arguably one of the greatest songs ever made, and I appreciate Addison Rae for who she is.
I kind of sleep on her a little bit. I feel like I shouldn't.
I think I sleep on her, and that song has really just been getting me going. So go ahead and take a listen. It's just fun and frisky. She does say in one of it, she's like, the lyrics are like, my song on the radio, my head out the window. And I would like to caution, again, sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that saw Hereditary. Please don't put your head out the window at any.
Oh, God.
Don't do that. But great song. My final one that is disgusting is having a snot rocket in the shower. Because here's the thing. You get in there, you're congested, you can't breathe, you forget what it feels like to breathe normal, and you just breathe and you let it all hang out. It's very freeing. And then you're immediately able to clean yourself. And you just don't, and sometimes tissues make your nose raw. It's just a really cleansing experience. That happened to me yesterday. And I was like,
it's the best way, because there's still going to be, when you blow your nose, like there's like little bits that still get stuck in there. Like you can really, I don't know. I just feel like I breathe better after that happens. I think it's a universally loved and shared experience.
And I just think it's something that we all pretend that we can't talk about, but I think we can.
So, do you pee in the shower?
Uh-huh. Do you?
Of course.
We're gonna
if I feel like I gotta pee, I'm gonna just go.
We're gonna get so much heat for this. I think you pee and then you clean yourself. So I don't know. I just don't think it's that controversial.
I'm not doing it at the end of the shower. Are you kidding me? It's
I'm
like
not peeing in a pool. I'm not peeing in a jacuzzi. When I was little, for sure. But
I love peeing in a pool.
I'm just like, you guys, I spend so much time with you in pools. I don't know. I'm just like, I think peeing in the shower is chill. And sometimes the warm water hits you.
Well, one thing about me is I'm going to pee in a pool.
In the pool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think that's more controversial.
Not every time, but I will absolutely.
In the shower is fine. I don't understand why people think this is so gross. And also, isn't pee the cleanest thing that comes out of your body?
It's sterile.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's fine. Just clean yourself up after. I don't know.
Speaking of not Addison Rae, but like that pop star thing. So have you seen the new videos of Chappel Roan circulating from like Paris Fashion Week stuff?
Sorry, before we get too far
sorry.
away from the peeing in the shower, would you do a golden shower if you were in the shower? Someone wanted that? Have we
I
talked about this?
know. I'm not interested in other people's pee. I mean, if it's in the pool and I don't know about it, what am I going to do about it? So it's more like a golden bath.
Yeah,
I guess.
you provide a golden puddle.
But no, I don't know if I would do, you mean do I pee on someone else or they pee on me?
Whichever.
I don't think so. That's more for me.
Like Carrie Bradshaw was more in, Princess and the Pea, that episode. It was like this third season.
Yeah.
And she was like really upset about it. This guy wanted it.
The politician?
I would give or receive. I don't care. Like
Really?
if they want it, because I just don't care. And I do think it's like clean and there's worse things that happen. I don't necessarily want it like on a surface with fabric. But yeah, if we're in the shower and you, sure, whatever.
The love of my, if it was, let's say like Nick was like, hey, I think I really want to do, I'd be like, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it depends on the person, but like, I don't know.
Well, I'm not letting strangers do it, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm down. Okay, anyway, back to Chappel Roan.
Chappel Roan is big mad at Paparazzi again. And the thing is, the first time around, I supported her. I was like, you know what, here's the thing. Like, yes, she's a highly successful now, very famous artist. And, it's up to her to not like the things that come with fame, but it's reaching a point where it's just like, why don't you just go live like off the grid somewhere and then you can do your music, but like you're like away from society? Like, why are you showing up to like these hotspot places? Why are you showing up to Paris Fashion Week where it's very infamously photographed events? I don't know. It doesn't make sense that you keep positioning yourself in places where it's like if I hate kids and strollers, I'm not going to go to Disneyland. It just doesn't make sense to me anymore. What do you think? I'm getting a little annoyed with her.
I think she's pissing me off.
Yeah.
And putting me in a position to be mad at a woman makes me even more mad at that woman. I think that, to your point, someone was making the comparison. They're like, when have we even seen one hair of Zendaya's head anywhere besides a red carpet or an event or in a movie at premiere? Because she is private as shit. Her wedding passed. We didn't even know about it because that's how she designs her life. I think that people are making the very valid point. This isn't the early aughts where people are in the San Fernando Valley harassing Britney Spears and Paris Hilton, and not that she was in the valley, but you know what I mean, waiting at the end of their homes. This is fair game. This comes with the territory. You are at a well-known establishment in Paris. If they're bothering you, you have security with you, go in. And not to say that you are not allowed to feel annoyed of this privately. It was a spectacle. It was just it gave Karen to me.
Yeah.
She's filming herself.
She's like filming it.
And also, it's really unfair to me that you are not taking into account, yes, these people are being annoying. They're not reading the room, but you have a huge platform and you're putting them on blast to expose them to your crazy fandom. I think you should be a little more aware of that before you're doing these things. Again, you're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to be frustrated, but it was just like a gross show. And then people are making it about, oh, people love to hate, women and queer people. As a queer person, I'm telling you, I think that whole display was annoying. And
it was very annoying.
She's making it really hard to, actually, one of her songs came on shuffle and then she gave me the ick. I skipped past it. I was just like, I think that maybe you've chosen the wrong career. Maybe you need to go to career
That's
day.
what I was going to say is like, I don't think this is for you. You are insanely talented. She's, had this incredible rise and it's deserving. I think she's, but like, if this is something you can't handle and you want to still participate, like you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you really hate paparazzi, you got to live a more private life. I don't know if doing what you love and having a career in that thing is more important, then this is what you need to do. You need to make certain concessions because you do give up your anonymity. You do have to be exposed to things that like you wouldn't normally have been exposed to. But when you sit and say like, I've been trying to be famous for the last 10 years and I was about to give up and then finally it happened, like, so you wanted this. I'm not saying you want to be harassed or anything like that, but like, I just think like if it's having this much of an impact on you, you should probably rethink some things.
You also just said anonymity when it should have been anonymity, and I thought of Nemo. It was cute.
Anonymity?
It's anonymity.
Anonymity. Anonymity.
Factory reset. I think that it is kind of apples and oranges because when you reach this level of stardom, Beyonce also does not do interviews, not to say that she didn't earlier in her career. That is just a choice that she's made. She's very private. Again, we don't see her unless she wants us to see her. And I think that maybe it would impact your numbers or your connection with your audience. But if you don't want to play game, you don't have to. You don't have to do those interviews. I know you're probably getting pressure from your record label, but why don't you just be more private then?
Yeah.
There is a solution instead of getting mad at the world when, you know what, I do think I have total compassion for people that are very, very famous that lose that ability to just go to the grocery store or do their day-to-day things. But you also have things that none of us have, a huge amount of privilege that comes with that and a really cool lifestyle. So it's kind of, is the juice worth the squeeze? And if it isn't, then either retire or become a more indie artist that doesn't have that kind of relationship. Or like you said,
like live off the grid, like go like live somewhere like kind of like remote where it's like, you know, you're encountering very small amounts of people throughout the day. You know, I don't know why you want to live. I don't know. Where does she live?
I'm assuming Los Angeles and maybe somewhere else. I think she needs to have a little long look at the soul and figure out what she wants because you're being annoying as shit.
You're just losing like support from people that can have compassion for you. It's starting to dry up.
Well, and especially in this day and age when the poverty gap increases, it's really hard to, everything is so spooky scary for most people right now. And you have an amount of protection and resources that people don't have and access to other people. So
if I had the kind of money where I could afford like an assistant where I never had to run an errand or go to the grocery store, I would, luxurious.
Chuck to bits.
Luxurious. Honestly. And I'm like, you can have someone to do all the like the things that you don't want to do for you. The only thing they can't do for you is go out to dinner at a really popular establishment where paparazzi are absolutely going to hang around because the chances of them getting a photograph of someone are high.
Also, that lacks context during Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah.
So are you going to have to skip out on some events? Yeah, I think you are if you don't want to be around that. But it just kind of is what it is. Isn't it?
Okay, so it's officially the time of year where everyone around you is coughing, sniffling, and being deeply unwell.
Yuck. And refusing to stay home, which is why we've both been obsessed with Beekeeper's Naturals.
Beekeeper's Naturals is a health and wellness company reinventing the medicine cabinet with clean, effective products that actually work, without all the dyes, chemicals, and weird stuff you don't want.
Their Propolis throat spray is basically my emotional support item, and it's delicioso. Propolis is what bees use to protect their hive from germs, and for us, it kills germs on the spot and supports your immune system with over 300 essential vitamins, antioxidants, and bioactive compounds.
I'm fully hooked on the Propolis throat soother. Like, it has become my new favorite thing. You know, I get the sticky man in my throat. It's their newest product, and it gives immediate cooling relief when your throat feels scratchy, dry, or just betrays you, which is every day for me.
I love that these feel like real pharmacy level solutions just made with clean, non-toxic ingredients you can actually trust.
Today, Beekeeper's Naturals is giving our listeners an exclusive offer. Go to beekeepersnaturals.com/disrespectfully or enter code disrespectfully to get 20% off your order.
That's beekeepersnaturals.com/disrespectfully or enter code disrespectfully.
Beekeeper's Naturals products are also available at Target, Whole Foods, Walmart, Amazon, CVS, and Walgreens. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Hey, Katie, want to know why we're all here?
Why?
Women.
Whew.
You know who I love?
Women. I love when women.
I love when women.
Me too.
They can do anything. They're the glue that holds us all together.
We all came from women. There would be no civilization without women. I don't care what anyone says. Women run the world.
We sure do. And women always put themselves in the back seat of their own lives. You ever notice that? Do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
We all do that. We all put that pressure on ourselves and then forget to take care of
Number one,
us. Therapy can give you the space to pause and reflect on the roles you play, the expectations placed on us, and the pressure we all feel. Therapy can help create balance, set healthy boundaries, and support overall well-being for everyone.
BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and our 12 plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recs.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. And it works, with an average rating of 4.95 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews.
Your emotional well-being matters. Find support and feel lighter in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/disrespectfully. That's betterhelp.com/disrespectfully.
Listen up. I've got to share my new nighttime ritual. I keep hearing about Magnesium Breakthrough by BiOptimizers from my friends, and everyone kept saying the same thing. This one's different.
Most magnesium supplements only use 1 or 2 forms. Magnesium Breakthrough combines 7 different forms of magnesium, plus key cofactors that help your body actually absorb and use it. After hearing all the buzz, I finally decided to see what the hype was about for myself.
People can't stop talking about the benefits: deeper sleep, feeling calmer, better workout recovery, even improved digestion. But I don't like to recommend anything unless I personally tried it. So I'm starting Magnesium Breakthrough, and I'd like to invite you to do this with me because I need all those things. I need to be calm. I need to digest. I need to sleep.
Period. Here's my challenge to you. Try it, track your sleep, pay attention to how you feel. See if you wake up more rested and refreshed. You truly have nothing to lose and a whole lot to gain. And this part matters. BiOptimizers offers a 365-day, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. That's a full year, 0 risk.
Magnesium Breakthrough is the only product I found that has all the magnesium forms in one convenient bottle. You'll open bottles less, spend less money, and still get the top 7 forms of magnesium for better sleep, to manage stress, balance hormones, improve mood, feel refreshed, all in one bottle.
So join me over the next month. I'll be documenting my experience, and I can't wait to share how it goes.
Go to bioptimizers.com/disrespectfully and use our exclusive code disrespectfully15 to get 15% off any order. Make 2026 the year you finally start sleeping great again.
Okay, this is the vitamin company that finally understands that women are not a one-size-fits-all.
Exactly. Whether I'm dealing with period stuff, trying to feel more balanced day to day, or just wanting my supplements to actually, make sense for my body, Perelel has something designed for where you are right meow, not just a generic multivitamin situation.
And I really trust them because Perelel is the first OBGYN-founded vitamin company. Like actual doctors who specialize in women's health created these formulas based on research and real clinical experience.
They also have daily powders that do way more than the basics. Their protein powder isn't just protein, it's protein plus fiber plus creatine. The greens have antioxidants and fiber. Even the hydration powder has electrolytes, collagen, and hyaluronic acid. It's doing multiple jobs at once.
Everything is third-party tested, backed by research, and designed for every stage of a woman's hormonal life. From menstrual health to fertility to pregnancy, postpartum, perimenopause, and everyday wellness.
Exclusive for our listeners, new customers can enjoy 20% off their first order with code disrespectfully.
Visit parallelhealth.com. That's PERELEHEALTH.com. I have another question for you because I saw this on our list, and I'm a little concerned. What is going on with the David bars? Because I love them, and now I'm like, oh no.
I'm sorry to this creator. I don't remember who you are. I saw it on TikTok. Very funny way of putting it. She said she got Regina Georged from the Caltine bars. So, and I also think this more so speaks to the food standards that are allowed in the United States and a bigger problem, and the fact that we need more independent testing. So David bars are a really popular brand of protein bars. They claimed, I think it was 150 calories per bar with 28 grams of protein.
They're delicious.
And no added sugar, something that seemed too good to be true. And this gal was like, I buy 2 dozen every 2 weeks. Or she was eating at least one a day. And an independent food researcher did a test on them and found out that they were misleading consumers by 80% in all the buckets. So they were more than double the calories. Like, I'm paraphrasing, look it up for yourself, a much larger amount of sugar, much lower protein. So so
it's a candy bar.
Basically you might as well go have a Snickers. I can and I do. You eat them. I've never had them. I hadn't heard of them before this.
They're actually really tasty.
Because they're candy.
And I love candy. The thing is, I eat enough cookies and I'm like, oh, what am I? Like, I don't think I'm necessarily being healthy by it, but like sometimes they're filling. And so when you're on the go and you're hungry and you want to bring something, it's convenient, and they do actually kind of like they're a good supplement before I'm gonna have like lunch later on, and so I don't want to like have like a whole meal or something like that. Just a little something to tie me over. That's why I look at all of like those types of bars in general, though. I don't look at them as like healthy necessarily, but they do have some components that I think I benefit from.
I kind of feel the same way if I'm in a bind and I need it. And you also know how I feel about snacks. I like 8 small meals a day. Snacks make me mad sometimes, but I think that it's just part of a bigger problem. And they are now going to have a class action lawsuit. And we were talking about lawsuits earlier. Everyone should participate in that. I'm sorry. You cannot mislead consumers. Their most popular flavor is chocolate chip cookie dough. And I'm wondering if it's in the same factory as Toll House. I'm like, are people just eating
Yum.
cookie dough basically?
They're good. I like these like peanut butter ones because all those like bars have that seem like chewy texture, but these ones have these like little like bits in them. I don't know how to explain.
Explain? What
Like
is
almost
up with you today?
I don't know. I'm having like a hard time. These like little texture bits in them that I really enjoy.
I think we all know the goal is to just eat more whole foods and stay on the perimeter of the grocery store. So to your point, I don't think it's necessarily the best option. I do also do it sometimes. But we come from a generation. Did your mom do Jenny Craig?
Oh, yeah.
My mom was a big Jenny Craig gal and would just eat all these weird little dehydrated space meals. And I was like, maybe just more
Snack wells.
clean proteins and vegetables, like do what you can. And I know that's not always accessible, but I think in general, we just have so many additives and bullshit. And I'm not saying this from a high horse. I'm saying this as a frequent flyer of 7-Eleven that I've destroyed my gut and I've now had to pivot.
Mhm.
It's kind of like not blaming the consumer in terms of what did you expect, but yeah, I don't think anything that comes in a little foil package is probably our best.
It's going to taste good. We know that, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be good for you. So, you take some, you lose some. It's all about balance.
I just love the way she explained it. I was Regina George.
Wait, I didn't think about that. I was like, oh yeah, the Caltine bars. Speaking of Jenny Craig, did you ever prank call them? Because in their commercials, it was always like 1-800-JENNY or something like that.
We've been doing this for more than 2 years, and that thought would have never occurred to my very random brain. Please tell me. I do know, I can't remember what items it was, but I remember I liked some of my mom's items, and I would eat them, and she would get mad.
We used to prank call Jenny Craig and be like, help, I'm stuck in the refrigerator. Like,
what would they say? Did they hang up on you?
Of course they hung up, but it was so funny.
I mean, prank calling in general.
Bring back
Crank
prank
yankers.
calling. Yeah.
There's certain videos that I love are people that do animations over police body cam footage of like a really drunk person. I think we've talked about this. I think we should bring back prank calling.
The thing is, it's like it died when the landline died. Because you could still block your number for caller ID, but like, I don't know. You can't really call it. No one answers the phone anymore, period. Like back when like everyone answered the phone no matter what, if they were home, you knew regardless, they're not going to know who it is,
I also think that landlines are like sexy.
I
When you
love
get
it.
home and you have a blinking light on your Cassie probably doesn't even know what this is. Your little, what do they call it? The voicemail box?
Yeah.
Whatever that was. What was the term for it?
The voicemail box.
What is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Little voicemail box and the blinking light and you were like, is it my crush?
And then you had to listen to it in front of your whole family and someone's like, hi, Katie, this is Ryan. And everyone's like, who's Ryan? And I'm like, yeah, no, I did have a landline in the apartment I lived in before we moved into our house because the call box was like so outdated that you needed to have a landline to buzz people in. It didn't connect to your phone number.
Well, and now when you have, I don't know if you have this with your cell phone carrier, they like forced me to have a landline number, not that it's connected to anything. And I'm like,
what is that?
ew,
What do you mean a landline number?
Like there's a landline number attached to my cell phone number, but it doesn't go anywhere because I'm like, I don't need this, nor do I want it.
I want a landline again. I want to sit with a phone and hold it with my shoulder and yap.
No, you hang up first.
Yeah.
I saw the other day a video of a young man going up to a girl in front of a group of people and saying, I have a crush on you. And I had to fast because I just the same way I don't watch reality TV, my cringe shit is so low, my threshold.
Oh no, was it not good?
I don't know.
You didn't finish it?
Someone reposted it that I know, so I'm assuming it was good, or who knows, maybe they were mean. But I love that 6'7", skibbity toilet generation are still using the term crush. I hope that never dies.
I don't think it will. I think it's here to stay.
Can we put having a crush on the daddy list?
We've talked about this.
Is there any better feeling in the goddamn world than having a crush on someone?
I was talking about this with Nick last night because I was just like, I think health crushes are so healthy. Like a celebrity crush where it's like, it ain't ever gonna happen. Oh, because we're talking about Mara. It's like, sometimes I like just to like send my celebrity crush a DM and who knows what's gonna happen. And I was like, that's interesting. But I think like I have a crush on like Jack Black. It's not like, and some people are like, well, sometimes you never know when you're gonna meet them, especially when you live in LA. And I ain't never meeting Jack Black. And even if I did, it's like, what am I gonna do? Hit on him? No. But I just think it's fun to have crushes.
Well, we know I strike out in the DMs. I got to stay out of there. But I'm talking about IRL ones. When you have a crush on someone and they have a crush on you and it's like the beginning. But just in general, like having an innocent crush and being like, realizing you like someone is just the fucking best.
I know it is fun.
It is fun and it's whimsical and like Hoobasink, I found the reason for me.
Queen of the crush.
Were you?
I loved having crushes. You remember I had I had a new crush every week.
Some of those times I black out because those were strange. What do you mean? We were getting weird. They were fun, but they were a little freaky. Everyone was making weird choices. Weird creative choices post-divorce for you. What the fuck were we even doing?
I'd been in a relationship and married for over a decade. I had to get the wiggles out. You know,
we got the wiggles out, I would say, for longer than the statute of limitations. Like we were outside constantly. We were in weird basements at 6 a.m. We were.
Oh yeah.
So there were times I would look over and Katie had said hello to someone and I ordered a drink and I looked back and she was making out with them in the curb. And I mean, obviously we're fanning those flames, but God, what a delightful time, but weird times. We were at sketchy afters. Just
could never catch me.
What? And also, what the fuck were we even doing there? There was, I'm not going to say what it was called. I think it's got shut down, but that one we used to go to all the time that we're hugging the bouncer on the way in. If you're hugging the bouncer of an afters,
it's time to hang it up.
Something has gone terribly wrong. When the bouncer is texting you to see if you're going to come through.
Honestly, we'll
be there at 3.
3.
I like to leave at 11 quietly. You know that you're the same way, but I'm also very guilty of that.
No, my thing right now is like when something starts at 9 and I'm getting in bed at 8:30 laughing about how I even considered going to something. I want to be a little bit better about it because it's like I think it's healthy to get outside. But yeah, no, I think about those times. Like I was talking about it last night, actually. I was just like, wow, that was like such like a rented lifestyle. That was not built for sustainability, but damn, was it a good time.
And also, we're not even saying this was happening in our early 20s. Like this was recent.
This was 2 years ago.
This was 2 years ago. We got weird.
This was 2023 was the weirdest year of my life.
You and me and Raleigh were like little road dogs, and we were just saying yes to things we should have absolutely said no to. But I mean, I still get my quarterly wild hair, which I think I talked about last week when I was at fucking Jumbo's on a school night before we recorded.
Yeah.
Like, what was I doing? Go home.
Go home. I mean, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, will there be a time? And there will be.
By the way, on our deathbed, we're going to laugh and we'll probably be in not the greatest mood, but just in terms of what memories for posterity, like those times were so
I left a
freaky.
piece of me. Like a little bit of me died there.
I am still devastated that shut down, but we walked in like kings. We knew who we were.
Speaking of crushes,
DJs,
I had a crush on a bartender there that was like an intense crush and I got really hurt. Because if you're having a crush on the bartender and then you get your like heartbroken over it, something is wrong.
That was spooky scary to watch. Also, it's like you can't sleep with someone who lives in the same building as you. We lived in that building. We were going to be there all the time. It was a goddamn bummer. I don't know. I just gave out my number. I don't give my information out a lot. And let me tell you, at the sketchy afters, I think I've talked about this before, I'm giving you my Instagram, my phone number, my social security number, probably a kiss, more than one person in one night. I've danced the night away. I've made business plans. I've been like, let's get brunch tomorrow. And then I wake up and someone's calling me over and over and they're like, babe, I'm on my way to the brunch spot. And I'm like,
who is this?
I don't even know your name. I hate giving my information out, even when I like someone and I like trust them as a person. But stranger danger and me don't know each other after 3 a.m.
I'm a different person. And honestly, yeah, I think if I ever do get the wild hair, but like I miss those times. I think about all the cringy times that I've buried real deep, like the making plans.
Also, I will throw it on the daddy list, a side quest. When you and your friends, be safe out there, but you're like fucked up and you're doing weird shit and you're all also like, we all like are all over the place. And then part of the group comes together and like, where's the other one? And then you look on a table and they're dancing with their new 3 friends. Like just incredible, incredible times. I think back, you know, you different phases in your life and you like hear a song and it brings you back to that and you have a feeling in your heart. Like that feeling is so specific to that time. And we just were so strange.
Titi Pregunta is 2023 song.
Absolutely. And then I went to Coachella and saw it live and levitated. So I just, wow. It's fun to reminisce on.
It's so fun.
And we're lucky we got out mostly unscathed. Yeah, there was some cringe. There was some bad decisions. There were
minor wounds, a little bit of heartbreaks along the way. It's just some really intense anxiety, but here we are.
Yeah, I'm getting home. The birds are chirping. Scary, spooky stuff, but also a lot of fun. So, and also my sister, who's so guilty of this, for sport, she checks on people's location, particularly mine. I'm not one of those people. If I have your location, I'm looking at it when I'm worried you're in danger. And Brittany is texting me at 5 a.m. when she can't sleep. And she's like, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, first of all, mind your business. Second of all, mind your business. Third of all, I'm where God intended me to be.
Yeah, I'm where I need to be at this exact moment.
I'm with my new 12 friends that are incredible.
Yeah.
Have you been following the PetSmart versus PetSmart movement?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a Mart for pets or are pets smart? You know, it's incredible. The guy that's like, I need answers.
There's this group of guys that have, and you know, we don't like to give men flowers unless they really deserve it. So
Correct.
These are really deserving. They look like the cast of Workaholics. They are in a office setting dressed for work. And they're also like maybe a ska band. I don't even know what you'd call it, but they made a song about the controversy based on the branding and the logo of PetSmart. Is it PetSmart or PetSmart? Because of where the apostrophe is and the coloring of it and how it's confusing. They riled. We are the most unserious we've ever been as a people when we need to be so serious and locked in. They started a revolution and went to the PetSmart corporate headquarters. And we're singing this. They had a protest saying, tell us what it is. And I actually really want to know. I would assume it's PetSmart.
Yeah.
That makes more sense for me.
It's a pets market.
But I want answers.
The last thing I saw was like, they were like, stay tuned. So like.
I do have the answer.
Okay, what is the answer?
Tell us.
I think it's PetSmart. We decided that's
PetSmart.
final
guesses. Okay, yeah. So it is, their statement was pets are smart, punk. So PetSmart.
I said PetSmart, as in it's in a mart for pets, but
so it said from like 1989 to 2005, it was the Mart for pets, and then they rebranded in 2005 to be Smart Pets.
No, you didn't. It's still PetSmart.
And what about pets that have a smooth brain, as lots of them do?
But are the pets smart, or it's just like, hey, this is smart stuff. You would be smart to get this for your pet. You know, you got the street smarts, the pet smarts.
Yeah, I would say it's probably like this is the smart choice for you as a pet owner.
My dog would go in there and make terrible choices.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily believe that.
I mean, Laszlo's very smart. But I think that we need this, though, more than in terms of whimsy.
Like, Gordo would be insistent that he needed fish food.
Mm-hmm.
He would, like, if it was up to him, he would be getting fish food, cat litter, and he would need it.
The thing is, you'd let him have it if it was safe because you love him so much. But I thought that was so funny, and it just more of that in these dark, trying times. I actually really love to see it, and I think that it's kind of a callback to the Staples baddie, who again I love seeing her out here getting brand deals like that. We're making the right person famous, but also Staples. I hope they better be paying her sums of best marketing they've ever had. So we love seeing an older company getting in on the joke. So that's incredible. They put out a statement like that and we're unserious about it.
Oh, yeah. I like that a lot.
Well, I feel like a dodo because I really thought it was PetSmart. I will say, I don't want to shit on them, but I had a pet store that I was going to that had a specific type of litter and you can't get it like anywhere online. And it was my absolute favorite litter for Laszmo. Laszmo? Who the fuck is that? Who's Laszmo?
Never heard of them.
They stopped carrying it. And I'm feeling real butthurt. I've done the legwork with both of the cats that I've had. I've been a cat owner for 10 years and I'm really, really ornery about it.
Rusty's is a great pet store.
Never heard of it. Where's that?
It's in Studio City. It's on Ventura and like Colfax by the Domino's and the Katsuya.
Yes.
They have great stuff. That's like one of the only places in like the valley that carries the dog food that we get for the boys.
You know what? I'm going to stop there on the way back. And
It's like they have a lot of stuff too.
Okay.
And the thing is, if they don't have it, you'll probably ask them to get it for you.
Right.
Who's in your basement?
I only have one today, but it's a big one for me.
Okay.
Men talking to you on the street. You and me and Nick were going to one of the places we love.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy was like, do you guys want some free coffee or tea? And I'm like, wrong audience. Ask me if I want a burrito or a Quaalude.
Or just don't ask me.
But also don't talk to me. I don't know you. And it's better when I don't feel safe when I was with people. But in general, like, please don't speak
when
to
it's
me.
when it's obvious that you are headed somewhere, you have a destination, like you're on the move, when anyone stops you. I'm sorry, those people that stand outside the grocery store asking you to sign their fucking clipboard, go to hell. I'm just trying to get in and get out. And now I got to be rude I didn't plan on that.
You know what's crazy? Also, when they abuse their privilege, because I actually did stop recently. They were doing one about fuck billionaires. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. They made me sign 22 forms and I had been there for so long that I was like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done with, like, I don't have any more time for this. So don't abuse your privilege if I do stop. But yes, that is annoying to me, but more so just strangers on the street. And it's different to be like, if you bump into each other, I'm sorry, excuse me, good day, sir. But don't talk to me about anything other than that.
I like when you pass somebody and you say like, hi, good morning, or
love pleasantries.
Yeah, I
but
love
don't,
that.
And like, he like kind of like lunged at us. It was just like, he was just like moved in my space. And I'm like, I carry a taser.
Like, why don't you just like have like little flyers? If you're trying to get people to come to your business, first of all, it sounded like where? In the back of your car?
No,
like,
and I was like, coffee, tea, do you have jazz and liquor? Again, I'm more likely for that.
Yeah, you just said, do you want coffee and tea on the house? Where? We're on a corner. I don't see a coffee place nearby. Like,
it's not like
your
at a
house?
goddamn lemonade stand. I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you want to come home with me? I'm like, no, of course I don't. Who's in your basement?
Believe it or not, Taco Bell. I know. Here's the thing. You know how they always release like new menu items and it's like, you know, it always catches people's attention. They're now just doing crazy shit. First of all, does anybody out there eat the fucking chicken nuggets from Taco Bell? No. Also, fuck that Cantina chicken menu. I don't want to have poultry. I'm already weirded enough about it, but like, I just don't think I'm gonna have poultry unless it's a chicken nugget from McDonald's. I'm not doing it.
Which is goo.
And the thing is, I tried the Cantina menu and it tasted weird. So I just have never gone back there. They've got milk bar empanada stuff. They got other shit, like just the most like crazy ass shit. They have Flamin' Hot Cheetos chicken nuggets now. And I'm like, all we want is the double-decker taco to stay on the menu for good. That's literally all we've been asking for. If I'm going to be greedy, I want the naked chalupa as well. But like these crazy menu items that are just such a departure from Taco Bell's ethos. Flamin' Hot Cheeto, like it's already Taco Bell. Like let's chill.
Well, and Taco Bell ethos is in your DNA. Your mom was robbed at a Taco Bell.
I know.
If anyone can talk about this, it's
close
you.
To home. But I just think like I guess points for creativity, thinking outside the bun. That's sort of your whole thing. I get that, but like, can we just go back to basics? Like when they were doing the decades menu, I was all about that. Then somehow the double-decker taco reappeared for maybe 6 days. Didn't tell anyone about it, and that was it. I don't want Flamin' Hot anything Taco Bell. I already, Taco Bell already moves through you pretty quick.
I also thought it was interesting how dessert forward the menu is, because I'm sorry.
They have another one of those cheesecakes.
The little 2-pack of those little Cinnabon dough balls with the goo in it. Incredible digestive.
Just the cinnamon twist.
My favorite, or the cinnamon twist. We don't need anything other than that.
No, I don't want. I love Milk Bar, but like I go to Milk Bar for something specific.
Wow, we got to wrap it up.
Something that they did have that I thought was interesting though. They have, I don't know if it's probably some type of like pastry thing, but they filled it with hot sauce. So you can bite the corner and you squeeze out hot sauce and then eat the thing. So it's like an edible hot sauce packet.
Interesting.
Pocket packet, yeah. I was like, that's interesting. But, everything else, like, and I love a Flamin' Hot Cheeto, but in its only one kind of form.
Real quick daddy list, and then we G2G. Speaking of Taco Bell did a collab with Salt and Straw, and I do think it is a regular menu item.
Yeah, I had it last week.
They had a little taco inside. It's like cinnamon ice cream, and they come with 2 packets of like habanero kind of mango
Like little jelly
sauce, and then a little
sauces.
jelly thing. I thought it was fantastic. So try it if you
Yeah, it's like
available
kind
to.
of like a horchata flavor ice cream. No, it is fantastic.
Worth it. It's like $8. It's expensive, but worth it.
Also, Salt and Straw also has their cereal themed stuff right now, and I got the Rice Krispie one. It is decadent.
Salt and Straw in general, daddy.
Yeah, I don't like when they do like the biscuits and gravy though. Ice cream, that's kind of weird. I'm not here.
Cassie's jaw just dropped. You didn't hear that.
That sounds actually insane.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy.
Okay, it might not be biscuits and gravy, but it's just like they're like, here's the bone broth ice cream.
Savory.
I don't want to
No.
say no. I mean, the closest I'll get to that is like, have you ever had cheese melted on apple pie?
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah.
So it's and
that's not necessarily savory and
they have a
sweet,
blue cheese pear flavor, which I haven't tried, but I actually would. I bet that's good.
because if fruit and cheese, maybe cheese doesn't count in that because cheese is one of the most versatile foods there possibly could be. Anyway, that's all. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I think that's the week. I think this was fun. I knew it was going to be frisky.
While you guys are listening to this, we're maybe going down a water slide.
We're maybe on a water slide, all 4 of us, the whole couple, both the groups, and we're going to be reporting live from our experience in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And we love you bad.
We love you.
Keep your chin up out there. It's scary. Till next time.
Till next time.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Babe, you're gonna see the power of women. Like,
Disrespectfully.